What is estate planning and who is it for? Estate planning is more than just documents. That's number one. It's not documents. It's about planning. It's about having a plan. And who is it for? It's for single people, married people, people with children, people with young children, people with adult children. It's for business owners. It is really for everyone. Estate planning is you taking control and making decisions instead of you not having a plan and someone else coming in and making those decisions for you, instead of a judge making those decisions for you, instead of a business partner or their family or your creditors making those decisions for you. So that's sort of one pillar, is you decide, not someone else. And then you have the topic of conflict. So when you don't decide, other people will fight over who decides. And this applies to families with young kids, people fighting over, it could be your siblings, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your grandparents, ex-spouses, ex-girlfriends, boyfriends. It could be people fighting over who gets custody of your kids. That applies to families with young children. Later in life, your children are grown up. You do not want them fighting over your stuff or your money or how it is distributed, or even something as simple as who gets to be the executor of your estate, who gets to be the manager that divvies it out. And then you have business owners, and I'm going to have separate videos for business owners because you do not want your partners or your deceased partners or their families fighting over the business and business decisions. So what is estate planning? It is about having a plan in case you are incapable of deciding because you're incapacitated, you're in the hospital, you are unavailable legally to decide, or in the instance that you're dead, what happens? What happens to your legacy? Estate planning can encompass more than just the physical. It can encompass the metaphysical, your values, your beliefs, your principles. Yes, we can pass those on. We can pass on your stories that you want your grandchildren or great-grandchildren to know about. We can pass on your life lessons that you learned the hard way, that you want your children to have the benefit of knowing from you in your own words, in your own voice. We can pass on principles and mission statements and goals and wishes and all of that stuff. That is all a part of estate planning. Estate planning is not this thing that we do when we're elderly and we go sign a will. It's not that. Estate planning is something that we start, the earlier the better, and we can amend it and revise it throughout our life. We can update it. In fact, you have to update it. You cannot just execute a plan and it's done forever. But it is something that you will continually update, and it is a beautiful and empowering thing, because when you have an estate plan, you have this peace of mind that everything will be taken care of if you become unavailable. And you can then take risks if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're a parent, you can have peace of mind that your children will be cared for, both financially as well as the right people will be involved in their lives, and the people you don't want involved in their lives, you can make sure that they are not. That is what estate planning is.